Hello, everyone. This is Wander, and we are here with episode 2 of the Not So Berry Challenge. Just a little disclaimer in case you didn't see the other episodes. Until we get to pretty early on where Rosejen is toddler, I will be voicing these over, and luckily it doesn't seem like it really matters that we stayed up so late the night before when we went out because I didn't realize this, it's Harvest Fest, and so we have the gnomes and some skill building to do instead of having to go into work after staying out way too late, which is helpful. I'm so sorry. My cat is deciding to scratch the back of my chair while I do this. I'm usually pretty good at appeasing the gnomes, but this time I was having trouble with with one of the gnomes, and if you don't know, yep, that happens. They can shock you. And so I just have her try to appease the gnomes. I remember I was also having problems with the game, like the activities that were supposed to work for making breakthroughs and progressing with that promotion by getting breakthroughs. A lot of actions that supposedly were working just were not popping up. Like, for instance, sometimes when I'd play chess or read certain books, it wouldn't work. But at the moment, reading was the primary thing that was helping. So I was just having her read quite a bit versus playing chess to get those breakthroughs for our promotions. Hi, so sorry if I sound any different here. For some reason, Filmora completely just stopped recording after that last part for my voiceover, but we just hit our breakthrough, and that is super helpful. It's also kind of helpful to hit breakthroughs while working on your other skills that you need for your aspirations, which I feel like is pretty. I don't know. I can't remember if it's unique to Minsum specifically. Probably not, but I do remember how helpful it was for Minsum. And now we're gonna be cooking some tofurkey. We made sure not to choose a non-vegetarian option. She just kind of, she's like, I'm gonna do this. I'm very confident in myself, and then she's just gonna sit and think about it and figure it out again. What's also nice about having big windows is you kind of can see the world outside behind her, just what's going on there. And now I'm getting a decoration box because I do like to make sure my Sims get that nice holiday buff. At least that's one of the things I definitely try to do for them, just to, make their lives a little bit easier along with mine, even if I don't always think that my Sim would exactly decorate. But I do think for Nelly, she may, because even though I, the creator, did not know about Harvest Fest being today, because I didn't check the calendar, or I forgot the alerts or something, I'm sure that Nelly heard about it last night when she was at that promotion gathering out in the werewolf world. I think the pools look so pretty over here. And they're just a little bit annoying. And then I have a feeling Nelly's just over here like, oh, so about these gnomes though. And it looks like she did not like his interaction with her, but he may have liked her. I wonder if that's like a first impressions, because I have the first impressions mod in. Either he was too friendly or something. She was not pleased with him. And now we're sending chain letters because we're on the aspiration where you have to use the computer to cause mischief. And my first playthrough, it drove me crazy because I felt like I was doing it and I didn't know if it was broken or what. And then I found out trolling the forums and other things that I find mischievous do not count. Only like sending chain letters and then some of the higher level things. Luckily, we did get to level 4 already. Which means that we can just hit these letters out. And Mortimer was not very pleased with us at all. And so we're just getting those out, and we're about to hit our next milestone, which was super short, and that's awesome. We're on a great track. Since we do not get much time with Mint compared to other generations, since we meet her as a young adult, I'm sure some people may play it before then, but we meet her as a young adult. I definitely try to make sure we get these milestones and her promotions kind of early on. So once, she starts her legacy, her family, that we have time to focus on them and enjoy them and she can enjoy them instead of having to like rush right there at the end. Especially since in Yellow Gen, she actually needs to be very present in their life. So I kind of see her grinding in these early days to make sure we have plenty of time to spend with our Yellow Generation sim. Which, oh my gosh, my last playthrough, my Yellow Gen Aurelia was my favorite sim. I loved her so much. I love the yellow sim. Uh, I also like the color yellow, but I like a lot of. Honestly, I don't mind any of the colors in this in the generations, and I have very fun times with monochromatic sims or primary color sims. I can't remember what I was having her do on the computer here. She could have also been autonomously doing something, probably trolling the forums though, based on her interactions and that little skill bar going up. Oh, yep, there we go, little evil laugh. Oh, and then the gnomes decide to filter in. I try to keep them not inside the house, especially if I have baby.move objects on, because the little seed packets can get in weird places. Kind of like how sometimes you'll get a plate like in the middle of the wall and be stinking and they'll complain and you have no idea where it is. So I just try to make sure I keep them outside, even though I adore that. And then we're going to go ahead and keep updating her water flow and make sure that her appliances are nice and speedy. And we also decided to go ahead, or I should say, I also decided to go ahead and have her start a club. Partially because I feel like it's very, well, for one, I found clubs very useful the first time I played. But two, even just getting two Sims out in the wild among other Sims on a general lot can get a little crazy and chaotic. And it's hard, even if you group them, it's kind of difficult. So I just had her start a club. And it's kind of a club for people who understand mischief is just so fun and also like to listen to classical music, as she has a love of classical music. I think she says general music, but she wants them to listen to classical music, play chess, and just enjoy riffing on each other in between fun activities. I don't have anything that they can't do in the club, partially because I found it didn't really help actually preventing them from doing things. It just like risks disengagement and other people yelling at them. So I did not add that. And so I just went ahead and opened up my door to that. Oh, that's another thing with the doors. So I don't have random Sims coming in at all times. When you have a group, you can allow group members in versus just general Sims, which I found super helpful. So I went ahead and invited them over. I did include Elle, since she is a mean sim, so I thought, a little bit of drama. And then I invited the cute sim from last night, even though I feel like she isn't, even though Grace, I don't feel like is like an overly mean or mischievous sim. I feel like since they met and chatted last night, maybe she suggested this idea of like, oh, you should get a group of friends whenever she heard Naily didn't have any plans. And so Naily was like, oh, okay. And then literally just texted her the next like, hey, do you want to come? And she just did. And then obviously we have a redheaded coworker here. I probably should have given them some CC makeovers, but I didn't. And then she's just messing with Mortimer. I don't know why the redheaded sim. I think that is. Oh, it's one of the twins. Angela? I think it's Angela. I don't know why Angela's outside of our house because I didn't, at the time I kind of questioned myself if I invited her, but she'd be able to come in. And we learned, so this kind of starts a rift with Elle. So I'll go ahead and tell you all this now. I lost 2 hours of gameplay, and one of those was this huge arc with Elle, where we kind of became enemies and had very negative sentiment. Well, not full enemies, but we had negative sentiments towards each other. They had grudges, and then from like rifting on each other, but also then they would be very friendly. So it's kind of a frenemy situation. And then by the end of that 2 hour gameplay, Elle actually feels quite close to Naeli. So I'm just letting y'all know that happens since Elle is an evil sim, but she does not like being rifted. And so even though she, joined the club, and she's supposed to understand this, and Nailie's just like, I don't know what your problem is. And then somehow they end up, kind of squashing that beef. But sadly, I do not have that gameplay. So I was just letting y'all know. And even though Angela is not allowed inside the house, I just Natalie decided to chat outside in the pool. And I want to point out how cold it is in the fall and this whole pool situation. This is where I was forgetting about how annoying pools were because your Sims just will not read that it's too cold for them to be out there. And so Natalie's just gonna like chill in her bathing suit for the rest of the time because I forgot to change her. But I mean, it is really cute though. Her bathing suit is adorable on her. She's such a pretty Sim. And then I went she decided to try a little singing. I guess they may be over for Harvest Fest is why they're here, but I don't really understand. Oh yeah, I went ahead and added reading to that. Because I just thought I think it kind of makes sense for them to chat and then read and play chess. You know, just something to do in between being kind of mischievous to each other. Oh, I also locked the bathroom door so people would not just keep pranking my toilet because I used to have that happen a lot. And so she's just casually reading in her bathing suit. I mean, to be fair, wherever the heck she stores her clothes, she probably stores her clothes in the bathroom cabinets, logically, since there's nowhere else. So she can't really just like go through and rifle through her clothes and change back in, arguably. But I feel like everyone's having a pretty good time. As Nelly just like kind of tunes them out and reads for her pet. You know, just enjoying the vibe. I'm the same way. I kind of, well, and then once again, oh, I forgot about the packets. I realized now I had not been keeping up with the packets. I love how the most social people are technically outside and they're not part of like the group at all. But this is why you have to stay on top of your packets when you have gnomes. And the gnomes decide to come inside. But yeah, I kind of do the same thing as Naomi. Sometimes I'll just chill and enjoy my friends' company. Like, I like that they're there and they're with me, but sometimes I just want to chill and read, and while I kind of listen to things in the background. So I totally get it, Naomi. That, and she's already kind of branching out with this whole group thing and having people in her space. If we had more room, I probably should have put out another chess table. But also, I think it kind of makes sense for two people to play chess at a time, and the others kind of just casually watch and chat in the meantime. I really don't know why the two redheaded Sims are here and just hanging around. I don't know why. And then I think we're just seeing some of the bonuses, and we go on and use some mischievous bonus. Just, it helps the skills, but also I feel like it might not be correct, but I feel like it helps them not take it so personally. But thank you so much for watching this episode. So we had Harvest Fest. We got through several aspirations, and we're on our way to our next promotion. And oh, hi Caleb. I think it's Caleb Valor, isn't it? It's Caleb, right? I know this vampire, but my brain. So thank you so much for watching, and if you liked, please give it a like. If you'd like to keep up with the series, feel free to subscribe, and I do have a playlist, so you can just click on the playlist if you want to find previous episodes, or keep up with that. And once again, just thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.